What's up, everyone? Nameco here. What is so funny?
This is very serious.
It is serious. We're talking about guys that are just not going to perform, and it's sad. They get paid millions of dollars, and they're not going to perform. And this is the bust show for the upcoming fantasy basketball season. But these are guys that aren't all busts. Some of them actually might do pretty well. We just think they're going a little bit too high in draft for our likings at some points. So Dustin, tell them about a cheat sheet that we have.
We don't hate all these guys. We're just going a little too early. Get on our website, go to any of our rankings. You can get to our cheat sheet and click on the link, download it. We update it throughout the preseason, and hey, guess what? It's free.
Free.
So get on there, check it out.
All right, first guy I'm going to start with. I was happy when my Bullets got him, not going to lie. But it's Mr. Dwight Howard. Last year, he played a ton of games, 16 and 12, basically. He looked really good. So right now, he's going around pick 50, but we have him at pick 85 for a reason. And that's because he's already banged up. Play Dwight Howard. So it's just kind of annoying. It's every time he joins a new team, he has press conferences and he's going to change the duration or whatever they call it. He's just, there's no way he's going to play 80 games back to back. I think he's going to miss a ton already. It makes me scared. Therefore, just don't waste a 50th. That's a little high, a little rich on Dwight Howard.
Julius Randle's next guy I want to talk about. New home out there with New Orleans. And everyone, I think, I mean, when you're looking at his ADP is around like 45 to 50, which seems very high to us. We have him around 80, 85-ish. And I think people are saying, okay, Boogie's gone. Randle's going to come in, get a lot of what he left. But Mirotic is out there. And the thing I don't like about Randle is he doesn't really block shots. He doesn't shoot any threes, which you're not really expecting out of a big man, but he doesn't do it. He doesn't really get you many steals, so you're basically just looking at a points rebound guy, and even at that point, he's just a role player at that. I just don't see any reason to get super excited about him and be drafting him around the 50th pick. That just seems really high. We think he's going to be a role player in fantasy and a role player on that team, but he can still have a decent year. Just don't draft him on the 50th pick.
Next on my list is VALANCIUNAS for the Toronto Raptors. And he's going right around, this happens every year I feel. He's going around pick 75, we have him pick around 100. And you know, last year he put up 12 points, 8.5 boards. But he doesn't really even block one full, he doesn't get a block a game. He gets like half a steal. So he's really just a 12 and 8 kind of guy. And every year people think there's going to be more upside to that. I don't believe there is. I think he's going to do that again this year. So therefore, he shouldn't be going around pick 75. He's one of the last centers that should come off the board.
NICOLAS Batum's next guy we want to talk about, going around pick 75-ish. We got him about 30 picks later than that. I know the guy can still play ball. He's still a solid player. He's still going to get you decent rebounds and assists. But his points are down, his minutes are down, his field goal percentage wasn't that good. His blocks are down from, he used to be about a block a game guy. It just seems like he's over the hill at this point. And it just, at that point in the draft, that's where I'm trying to grab all those young guys that are going to turn into those next studs in the NBA. And it's just not going to be Batum. I see no reason to take, at this point, I see Batum as kind of boring. I hate to say it because I've always been a Batum fan. But again, at that point in the draft, take a gamble on a high upside guy. You can get your role players later.
All right, I'm talking about Trae Young. And either people love Trae Young or they hate Trae Young. He was obviously a big-time scorer in college, but he did have some moments, when teams really focused in on him, but then it was like, well, his supporting cast was terrible. He's going to, some people think he's going to be the next Steph Curry, at least the Hawks do with the trade. They should never trade Luka, terrible move. But Trae Young is going to get the minutes on the Atlanta Hawks, so therefore people are liking that. He's going around pick 69, but we have him at 95. Even with him getting those minutes, I think an NBA season with him is going to be tough. I don't really love his percentages. I do think he has potential to be a good player in the future, but you're not going to see the Trae Young in college immediately in the NBA. Sure, he can shoot long threes, but again, his shooting prowess isn't exactly like Steph Curry. Just buyer beware on Trae Young, that's all I'm saying.
I'm going to talk about my first of two Boston Celtics. That team is deep. And that's the biggest issue with guys like Jason Tatum. I mean, he is a very good basketball player. We like him. But more than most sports, basketball is about opportunity. and he might get the minutes, but they're going to have to spread the ball around a lot, and he's going around pick 37. That's a little steep. We think he should be going around pick 50. I mean, when you look at his stats, 14 points, he does shoot some threes, he does get you about a block. I think there's a very good chance, he could replicate those numbers, maybe go up a little bit, but at pick 37, that's a little too rich with everyone healthy out there right now. Now, will they all stay healthy? Who knows? Probably not. And
he's a beast. We get it. He's really, really good. I think he's a better real-life basketball player than fantasy player.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, talking about the zinger, the unicorn, Mr. Porzingis. I don't even need to look at the stats. He's hurt. They said he's not coming back until he's 110% healthy.
Which is technically impossible. But that's Nick's front office math for you. There's a good chance that when he gets 110% healthy, it's going to be February, and the Knicks are going to have a terrible record, and they're going to say, you know what? We're just going to sit him. I'm saying it right now, Porzingis does not play at all next year. Do not draft him. My next Celtic, Terry Rozier, and this is another guy we like. We think he has a bright future, but he is a backup point guard, and he's been getting picked around the 90th to 95th pick right now. We just think that's a little too steep. We have him about 125-ish. We think that makes a little bit more sense. Again, that team is deep. Every position down their depth chart, they have a guy with upside. So there's no guarantees in terms of anyone's minutes out there other than their studs. And I just think Terry Rozier at the 90th to 95th pick, you're just holding on to what he did last year and holding on to his potential of what he can do when he gets the minutes. There's just no guarantee the minutes are going to be there. We think that's too high.
Next on our list is Wendell Carter Jr. out of Duke, going around pick 95. We got him at pick 115, 120. And the reason for that is I get it, right? He looked pretty good in college, but he was still drafted where he was like the 9th, I believe, overall pick when he was drafted. And the thing about Carter is he's not 100. He's NBA ready, sure, but what is really his upside? I think at best he's a double-double guy, and I do think with Bobby Portis there, Markkanen's going to be only hurt for a little bit. I don't think he's going to get a ton of minutes up front, and I think there's been some hype with him being like, we didn't really see what he could do at Duke. He's so much better than he could be at Duke. If he was that much better at Duke, he would have done more things at Duke. Like, it's not like he's going to all of a sudden be like, the chain's unlocked, he's going to be amazing, he's going to be the best player ever now. So, just... he's worth drafting, but he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. Let's put it that way.
TJ Warren's last.
And I like
guy.
Wendell Carter a lot, actually. He gave hustle. Back then, he didn't hustle as much on D. When I bet on them, it would bug me.
There you go. Brent still likes him.
I do.
TJ Warren, I want to talk about. When you look at his stats from last year, they're ridiculous. The guy really had an amazing year. Averaged almost 20 points a game. 5 rebounds. But I just don't get caught up in those stats. Right now he's going around pick 100. We think he should be around 115s. We think he's going just a little bit too early. The reason I say don't get caught up in those stats is just because it's too crowded now. They got Josh Jackson, who we really like. They got Ariza. They got Anderson. They drafted Bridges. It's just very crowded out there. We're not sure if the minutes are going to be there. Obviously, he can do it if he gets the minutes, but we just don't think he's going to get the minutes. So that's our bus member / overvalued. We don't hate all these guys. We actually like some of them. We just don't want to.
Kobe.
We don't want to overpay.
Why do they say Kobe? They should be like Tim Legler, Steve Kerr.
Because they make more shots.
Yeah, they have a higher percentage. I'm gonna start going Legler. I love Timmy Legler. He was my favorite.
He was a beast.
I don't know if he was a beast, but he used to hit threes all day.
A beast at making threes.
He was.
Subscribe to our channel. Get our cheat sheet.
Reply below if you know who Tim Legler. Oh, he's on ESPN.
Yeah, they probably know him.
They know him from that
than his actual playing days.
Yeah, exactly.
He was fun to watch.
Legler.